Hey there, hobby homesteaders. Welcome back to Peek's Peak. If you're new to the channel, my name's Lucas, and today we are working in the shop. We share all kinds of content here, from taking care of our animals on the homestead, growing our gardens, building our buildings, and working on cars, using our Kubota BX tractor, all those things. But today, it's all about projects in the shop. We brought home the Miata barn find last weekend, and Cameron has been doing some cleaning on it a little bit this week. And today's goal is to get this car running. So he's gonna be working on that. And I actually have another project going, which I'll share with you. The approach to our shop is a little bit of an incline. And when you have cars that don't run that you need to get in the shop, it's kind of hard for us. We're not very big guys. We can't push them up in there. So I'm working on a solution for that. We had an old four-wheeler that, well, got smashed into a tree, and the winch mount and all that got all bent up, and the winch was unhooked and wasn't being used on there. So I took that off, robbed it, cleaned it all up, been working on the mounting plate and all that, getting it cleaned up. And I am going to mount this winch to the floor in the front of the shop here so that we can pull the cable out, hook it onto cars, and pull them up in here. We don't need a real strong winch because we have rolling cars that we want to pull up in here. So hopefully this will work for that. So we'll see how that goes. Oh, you're gonna crank it over, just make sure cylinders are cleaned out. Yeah. Oh, you got one pop up and down headlight. Probably connections or starter froze up, may need tapped on. Might be able to reach down in there. Click it. Yeah. Right on. So I'm not very good with my plasma cutter. I think I had it set too hot, and I probably need to change out my tip because it kind of was having trouble making connection. But it's only like the second or third time I've used it, so I'm trying to still figure it out. But I got my metal cut anyway, so now I can start cleaning it up and getting it ready to weld together. All right, so, oh, you gonna drain your tank, huh? Yeah. Cool. Not many tanks have a drain plug on. That's pretty slick. Oh yeah. It wasn't even that tight, was it?
That's gonna get all over.
Oh yeah, that's
old.
I mean, it'll take it probably 100 hours to drain out like that. That's what I'd do right there. Fish slug in my mouth.
Just electric tools around a, gas.
Ah, it's battery powered. It can't be that much. Just a spark.
Man,
you know, like ratchets have handles on them that. Man, I'm over here plasma cutting and welding, and you're draining gas all over my floor. Safety third. So I'm gonna share an interesting fact with you about the 1993 Miata. Actually, it's not about the 1993 Miata. It's more an interesting fact about how old I am. I just figured up that if I had went and bought me a barn find car when I was Cameron's age, I could have brought home a 69 Camaro and it would have been the equal age of this Miata he just brought home. I'm an old man. It worked. Cool.
Yeah, I got a mop.
Man, that
real
stinks.
quick before it starts peeling paint.
Well, I will tell you, that gasoline is not explosive. I'm sure it's still flammable, but it's not explosive.
Paint off floor.
Yeah.
It's literally just varnish at this point.
Yeah. Man, that stinks. I'll tell you one thing, that beats siphoning. That Mazda went up a step in my book. I normally wear my safety glasses, but camera gets on to me. So this is the best I could find in a pinch. All right, we got our cutting done, so now we got to switch the machine over so we can weld. Do we have regular wire in here or flux core?
Regular.
Okay. All right, so we take and move our ground over and turn our bottle on. Power. Get me a helmet and some gloves. MIG? Yeah, we'll go 3/16. Where you at now?
Fuel filter.
Putting your new fuel filter
Take this
on?
bracket off and get the bolt out of it that I broke.
Nice. That'll work.
Cover it up with a lightning bolt sticker anyway.
Yeah.
I'm serious, I might just do it.
Do it. So we don't have any drill bits around here worth a dime, and I'm not going to buy any. So I'm just going to blow these holes out with a plasma cutter and move on. There's a reason our channel is not Peaks Peak Fabrication. Don't look too close. What you got left?
Plugs, plug wires, gas, and probably some seafoam in the gas.
Set her down on your extension cord.
Yeah. I don't need that.
Oh. Wasn't even on it. All right, this is our insert to mount our winch on. So I'm chipping right away at it. He's ready to put gas in the Miata and see if we can't fire this thing up. So that'd be cool.
I don't know that I heard the fuel pump kick on whenever I kicked it on.
That'll be nice.
I mean, I think it'll be like Subaru. It's got a window back here to get it, and I've got a spare fuel pump, but it might be too big. That's all we got. So I might have to go.
Careful, careful, cat.
You could have told me.
That's impressive, dude. I mean, watch the paint. Look at that.
Hardly.
Man. just lubing up the paint so it'll shine, aren't you?
Yep.
You rub it in there real good. Oh yeah. Ooh, look at them red JDM speed plug wires. Yeah. You got your positive on positive and negative on negative?
Hope so. I'll fry both of my cars.
You go. I bet you don't even have to have it run.
Maybe not.
I mean, you got that stout Rural King battery there, powering it.
I have 2 bad batteries now. That's my fuel pump.
You may have to start the Subaru. Hold on. All right, try it now. Turn the key off and back on a couple times. Hold on. Oh, that's just smoke. Okay. I was making sure it wasn't your battery cables smoking. Got any starting fluid? All right, so we think that the fuel pump is either not kicking on, which you might check your fuses and relays, but we're not getting any fuel. And we didn't hear it kicking on. So we hit it with some starting fluid and it fired right off. So making good oil pressure and all that. So we get some fuel up here, thing will run. What are you doing, some automotive yoga?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right, so I got my winch all mounted up on a receiver. And for now, because I don't have a switch, I've got clamps I can hook to a battery and run it. So this ought to work for pulling cars in and out of the shop anyway. So I am going to now get my receiver, my hitch part, and paint it up. I'm gonna mark my floor, and that way I can be drilling while this dries, while the paint dries on this. So we should be getting close. What you got going on here?
There's a random speaker wire that runs up into the seat somehow and runs down and behind the center console.
I mean, that's what I do with my speaker wires.
No disconnect in the middle.
Well, I mean, there's a disconnect. Does it have power seats or?
No.
I mean, because there's
What if
other
they ran a
wires.
speaker up
Oh,
in
that's
there or
probably for
something?
the seatbelt thing or something.
There's one wire with a disconnect, but that's, I'm guessing, your airbag sensor. Well, I mean, it should
I would
always
think
be
seatbelt,
on.
your seatbelt switch
Seatbelt,
or
I
something
guess.
maybe.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, it might be an airbag sensor. You're right. But
This isn't though.
nah, I don't know what that'd be going to.
I'm wondering if there isn't maybe a speaker in there. They might have put
Wouldn't be
up.
a speaker in the seat.
You never know.
Would there? Maybe there are for like when you're
Aftermarket.
driving. Nah, wouldn't. Maybe not even aftermarket. Unzip the top of
No
it.
way Mazda put.
No, they may have rewired it though. Unzip the top of it and see. I mean, the fact that there's a zipper there makes me curious. It's probably just the way the seat cover fits, but
Old people mods here.
no,
There's
it's
a
straight
speaker.
up a speaker. No way. Was that Rockford Fosgate? Man, you are living the life.
That's interesting.
Because it's a convertible.
Yeah.
Dude. Man, not only do you have pop-up up and down headlights, but you have headrest speakers.
Whoever owned this is a different kind of person.
They were different than you are, yes. All right, welcome to the paint booth. So I made that little hitch receiver, and I got some anchors, and I'm gonna bolt it to the floor right here with underneath the toolbox workbench, right in the dead center of the shop. That way we can pull cars straight in the center bay. Get me a pen for it. All right, well, we need to get everything out of the way so I can just push you out in the driveway so I can pull you back in.
Now I got rags under the tie.
Well, that's awesome. All right, so success. It pulled the Miata in here. It'll pull the Volkswagen in here. So those are the main thing. It'll pull my truck project, at least for now, while it's a skeleton. In our last Miata video, you may have thought I was joking when I said we almost ran over a bunch of Amish when the church let out, bringing the Miata home. But our Dollar General across the road has a hitching post, and we've got an Amish buggy hitched up to it right now. So yeah, we're definitely going to put a switch on this so that we can control the forward and backward without hooking up the battery and unhooking the battery and all that. Because, well, for starters, if you had a finger stuck in there, you'd sure hate to have to wait on somebody to unclamp the battery terminal to get it out. So I think a momentary switch is probably going to be a lot safer. So we'll probably go ahead and get that hooked up. But yeah, we got her all mounted up and it worked. And I think our hitch receiver's good and solid. Our winch is probably not quite strong enough, but at the same time, we've got our hitch receiver already bolted to the floor now. We're good to go. So if we get a stronger winch, then we can still slide it right in that same receiver. So either way, it's gonna work out pretty good.
And my power windows they're not the best. They're pretty slow, but they work.
Yeah. So you have one working pop-up up and down headlight. You got working power windows. You still got half an oak tree back there in the corner.
I'm working on that.
Oh yeah, that's a nice top you got there. I don't know if I got my side completely loose up front here. There we go. How's she look? Oh yeah, living the life. That's probably why it ain't kicking on. It's probably got holes in your wires. Now we're gonna be like circulating the air around the place. Ain't looking good for the home team.
Well, you need.
Oh, wait, go back.
Wait, that one? Ain't looking too strong, but.
Got anything?
No.
You sure you're grounded good?
No. Yes.
It does. All right, testing. Yeah, she's weak. Oh man, now that is nice. Whew. Growing barnacles. Yeah. Now
So-
I wonder why that didn't work.
Got that ethanol gas sitting for 4 years.
Now Cameron is the kind of guy that just has this laying around for whatever reason.
Looks like the plug might be right.
So
Not quite.
nah,
Plug
we
that
can
square
wire it
plug
up
up.
though. All right, let's get that over on the workbench and we'll wire up the new one. Well, I've seen dirtier. Now, as far as fuel pumps go, I have not seen dirtier.
Look at the sock.
That is nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was melting out the bottom of it.
Now, I don't know why it wouldn't run. Here at Peaks Peak Performance Speed Shop, we have retrofit a fuel pump to his old
WRX into a
yeah, because I mean it ought to pump plenty of fuel.
all them horse torques.
Yeah, more Hurspers demand in a Subaru. But I mean, man, we're looking way better than we were before, so it's got to work, right? We kind of had to grind the little snap fitting off because the old plug wouldn't fit into the plug on our fuel pump, but that's nothing a flap disc won't fix, and the zip tie. And I said, I think it's gonna work, so give me another zip tie. And we'll put another one here so the fuel pump sock won't fall off. So I mean, we're in business. It's factory. Put it in there, she's gonna fire up. I assembled it, it's gonna be just fine.
I think we put it on. Wait.
Is it backwards? I don't think it's possible.
I don't think so either, but
Stand back. Oh, yeah. Well, that was a problem. Hey, listen, no worries. We got a fire extinguisher right here. This thing is about to run, about to come to life.
I mean, the gasket on this one's in better shape than on the Subaru. This thing might just start first crank.
Oh, it's gonna. I mean, you prime it, you're golden. I need to put your airbox back together. All right, no longer running on starting flip. I hear it. I may have left that buzzer unplugged, I can't remember. She's alive! Give me some pop-up up and down headlights. Yeah! Oh, you winking at me. Wonder what the deal is with this one. Probably bad motor. Man, sounds good. Oh, I could tell you when you were cranking it with the starter, it was pumping 30 pounds.
Yeah.
I think it's healthy. Yeah. We up to temp yet? Hit it again. That's source. Turned off. Copyright. I'll just be honest. Boston is one of the better CDs you've gotten in a used car.
You got reggae and Spanish music in the. Well, I got 6 different of those.
What did you have in Clifford?
Skillet.
Yeah, Skillet. All right, guys, well, that's just about gonna do it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed seeing us out here in the shop, getting the barn find Miata fired up for the first time. That was a good time. And then we got our winch set up so we can pull the cars in the garage. So all in all, we got quite a bit done today. It's not very often that Cameron gets a Saturday off work and we get to spend the whole day in the shop. So that was a good time. So appreciate y'all watching. Y'all have a good day.